The bat creature has a distinctive echolocation delivery. If I listen carefully, I'll be able to track its movement and hunt it down.
Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome to some side mission coverage here within Batman Arkham Knight. This week, not only will I be streaming New Game Plus, but I'm also going to be uploading tons of side mission videos here on my channel. I thought, why not start off with my number one favorite side mission, Creature of the Night. This side mission actually features Man-Bat, which is absolutely insane, and I know for a fact Man-Bat has always been a highly requested villain ever since Arkham City. Now throughout this side mission, all you have to do is first off track Man-Bat's location, and once you do that you have to take a blood sample from him, and later on you actually go to Dr. Langstrom's lab to figure out what went wrong and understand what Dr. Langstrom was doing. So I think this is a really cool side mission. It was very well written. I like how Rocksteady went in depth with Man-Bat's origin and how he was really experimenting and how it affected his wife. I thought it was definitely a very well written side mission. Also with this side mission, you do have to track him down quite a few times after you create an antidote, and you then have to cure him with it. So it's a pretty fun side mission. I think even though Arkham Knight does not feature any major boss battles except for like one or two, I think it was still cool that we got to see the return of a couple of familiar faces, as well as the introduction of a couple of new faces that we've always wanted within the Arkham series. I also wanted to talk about how back in Arkham City, there were tons of minor references here and there to Man-Bat, and I think Rocksteady may have done that on purpose just to get the fans hyped up for the Man-Bat's existence. I really think that Man-Bat wasn't necessarily in Arkham City because if you look at the timeline here within Arkham Knight, it seems that Dr. Langstrom was experimenting near the events of when the Arkham Knight events were happening. So it doesn't appear that Man-Bat existed within Arkham City, but what I would say is that Rocksteady has definitely teased the existence of Dr. Langstrom for a very long time. Another thing I wanted to talk about was a fan-made trailer featuring Man-Bat, which came out a little while before the release of Arkham City. Now, at the time when that trailer uploaded, the title did not say fan-made, so a lot of people, including myself, actually fell for it, and we were all expecting Man-Bat to appear within Arkham City. The trailer just looked so good, and it was just really well put together. I really fell for it, and if it's still on YouTube, I'll put it down below in the description so you can check it out, but the trailer just looks so good, and it was basically a very creepy, dark trailer in which Man-Bat comes out and jumps at the screen, and then it has the Arkham City logo. You know, I really expected Man-Bat to appear in Arkham City, but like I said, there were a couple of minor references and Easter eggs here and there which could have been hinting at Man-Bat, or they could have just been simple objects. But I know for a fact within the church area back in Arkham City, and I believe near the clock tower as well, there was a bunch of dead rats, there was a couple of empty cups of blood, I believe, there was a couple of really odd items and dead rats around the map, and a lot of people were suspecting that it was probably Man-Bat, and I think, you know, it was never confirmed that that was Man-Bat, but I think Rocksteady may have done that just to confirm his existence within the Arkham series, but honestly, who knows? Those dead rats may have literally meant nothing, and they could have just been added as scenery within the game. But I know another very interesting quote-unquote sighting of Man-Bat was back during the main story within Arkham City. There would be points where you can see really giant birds from far, and for some reason, when you go up close to the birds, they were really small, but when you were gliding or you were on top of a high building, they just appeared very big. People ended up considering that a Man-Bat sighting when it ended up being nothing more than a texture error within the game. So, you know, when I heard about that, I knew for a fact, you know, the graphics obviously back in the 7th gen weren't perfect. You know, there would be games where the graphics would look very nice, but for a game like Arkham City, it's dark at night, you know, it's pretty massive, and I think the graphics just weren't perfected enough so that birds would look the same size up close and from far. So I never considered that a real sighting, but, I think those simple Easter eggs like the dead rats and those empty cups of blood, I think those were really more direct references, in my opinion, to Man-Bat than those texture errors with birds. That's just my opinion on that situation, and I never got to really talk about the Man-Bat sightings, even though many of them were just texture errors. I still think it's unique to talk about some of those Man-Bat sightings, which really hyped up the fans quite a bit. Another quick quote-unquote reference to Man-Bat was back in Arkham Origins. If you guys remember, when you were in the Batcave, Alfred will sometimes have a conversation with you regarding a giant bat that was in the cave. And he will literally talk about it like 6 or 7 times when you go up to him. And Alfred would describe this giant bat in a very, very distinct way. And that right there got a lot of people thinking that that giant bat may have been Dr. Kirk Langstrom. But in my opinion, I don't think that was a direct reference to Man-Bat because it doesn't go well together with the continuity of the Arkham series. As we know, these events with Kirk Langstrom are occurring, within the events of Arkham Knight. And Arkham Origins obviously took place years before Arkham Asylum. So, again, that's a little too far away. Those events are a little too far away from each other. So I don't think Man-Bat's existence was even possible within the events of Arkham Origins, unless WB may have made like an error with the sense of the series. I know that happens a lot. We know that within Arkham Origins there's a couple of things that kind of didn't make sense, like the grapnel boost. It was considered a prototype within Arkham City, but somehow was fully functional within Arkham Origins. So that was just an example of how there are certain events within Arkham Origins that kind of contradicted the events of the current Arkham games. So who knows, that could have been an error by WB as they were trying to reference Man-Bat, or that just could have been a simple conversation Alfred was having, which is definitely what I think it was. I don't think Man-Bat existed back in those days, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to talk a little bit about Man-Bat and how he's been a highly requested villain within the Arkham series, and I was extremely excited to see him here within Arkham Knight. He actually appears for the first time, I believe early during the main story of the game. You're gliding around, going to your next objective, and all of a sudden, you get up on a rooftop and Man-Bat just scares the hell out of you. It was just so random. I think that was the part that scared us all. It was so random. We're gliding up on a building, all of a sudden you have a giant bat hop on top of you, screech in your face, and then fly away. That was just a really crazy moment to experience within the main story, and I think that definitely surprised me because I really wasn't expecting Man-Bat to appear. I'm just very surprised, but at the same time, I'm extremely happy that they did throw in Man-Bat here with Arkham Knight. But thanks for watching, everyone. Definitely hope you've enjoyed some gameplay here today of the side mission known as Creature of the Night. Be on the lookout for some more Arkham Knight gameplay, and also stay tuned for some more side mission coverage. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really hope you enjoyed, and peace out, YouTube.
Just when I think I've seen it all. He gonna be okay.
Physically, yes.
Where's Francine? Where is she?
She's dead, Kirk.
No. She can't be. I didn't. What have I done?
The serum, it changed you. You lost control.
What have I done?